It's like forcing me to record. Started it 3 times. Okay, so this is gonna be a general read, and I don't believe that this is typically specific to the collective situation. I think this is going to be more informational that Spirit wants the collective to know. So the blind Bible poll is Hosea 14:2, and it is Lord's anger against Israel. It says, when Ephraim spoke, people trembled. He was exalted in Israel, but he became guilty of Baal worship and died. Baal would be the devil's, one of the devil's right hand man. It says, now they sin more and more. They make idols of themselves from their silver, cleverly fashioned images, and all of them the work of craftsmen. It is said to these people they offer human sacrifices. They kiss half idols. Therefore, they will be like the morning mist, like the early dew that disappears, like chaff swirling from a threshing floor, like smoke escaping through a window. Excuse me. Says, but I have been the Lord your God ever since you came out of Egypt. You shall acknowledge no God but me, no Savior except me. I cared for you in the wilderness, in the land of burning heat. When I fed them, they were satisfied. When they were satisfied, they became proud. Then they forgot me. So I will be like a lion to them, like a leopard. I will lurk by the path, like a bear robbed of her cubs. I will attack them and rip them open. Like a lion, I will devour them. A wild animal will tear them apart. You are destroyed, Israel, because you are against me, against your helper. Where is your king, that he may save you? Where are your rulers in all your towns, of whom you said, give me a king and a prince? So in my anger I gave you a king, and in my wrath I took him away. The guilt of Ephraim is stored up, his sins kept on record. Pains as the women in childbirth come to him, but he is a child without wisdom. When the time arrives, he doesn't have the sense to come out of the womb. I will deliver the people from the power of the grave. I will redeem them from death. Where, O death, are your plagues? Where, O grave, is your destruction? I will have no compassion, even though he thrives among his brothers. And the east wind from the Lord will come, blowing in from the desert. His spring will fall, and his well dry up. His storehouse will be plundered, and all of its treasures. The people of Samaria must bear their guilt, because they have rebelled against their God. They will fall by the sword. Their little ones will be dashed to ground, their pregnant women ripped open. Return, Israel, to the Lord your God. Your sins have been your downfall. Take words with you and return to the Lord. Say to him, forgive all our sins. And receive us graciously, that we may offer the fruit of our lips. Assyria cannot save us. We will not mount war horses, We will never again say our gods to what our hands have made. For in the fatherless find compassion. I will heal their waywardness and love them freely, for my anger has turned away from them. I will be like the dew to Israel. I will blossom like a lily, like a cedar of Lebanon. He will send down his roots. His young shoots will grow. His splendor will be like the olive tree, olive tree, his fragrance like the cedar of Lebanon. People will dwell again in his shade. They will flourish like the grain. They will blossom like the vine, and Israel's fame will be like the wine of Lebanon. Ephraim, what more do I have to do with idols? I will answer him and care for him. I am like a flourishing juniper. Your fruitlessness comes from me. Who is wise? Let them realize these things. Who is discerning? Let them understand. The ways of the Lord are right. The righteous will walk in them, but the rebellious stumble in them. So, this is pretty much just confirming a video that I posted yesterday about it's never too late to start your journey, regardless how bad you feel you have done things in life, because the moment that you have faith and acknowledge his back is no longer turned. We're going through a shift here as a collective, and it's not a new world order shift. It is a consciousness shift. And those who miss the shift are going to be stuck. They're not going to be able to like how now we have the choice to research, to figure out what it is you want to believe, and you have the option to go back and forth. When that consciousness happens, you're not going to have that option anymore. And the reason being is because everybody is going to get a split second to see the truth before the shift happens. And if you still choose not to believe it, you're going to get stuck. So the Most High has made a decision to forever condemn. At that point, there is no turning around. Your consciousness can't comprehend you being able to accept it after that. And that's where those are going to get left behind. To give an idea of what this reading was going to be about, I pulled a couple cards. One of them says diversity. The other one says fucking with the weatherman on television, the American dream, and the Italians. The diversity is that there's going to be a permanent diversity put in place among us, just like in the Bible when God gave everybody different languages and then spread them about. This time you either hop on the wave to accept the change in consciousness or you don't, and it's going to create a big divide. Fucking with the weatherman on TV, the Most High is showing you right now with some of the drastic events that were not seen over the years by the scientists. What is happening with the volcanoes and under the water in an area, a region that should not be experiencing that. If you don't think the divine won't have the next plan of making sure that the people who have not switched consciousness aren't all in one place in the world so that they can be taken out, you better rethink that. The American dream is going to be reinstilled, but it's not going to be what society taught us the American dream was. The American dream is that everybody understands each other, everybody has love in their heart for each other, and that doesn't mean you have an intimate love for everyone. It's as a genuine, general love. And Italians came out. So Italians don't live, well, I mean, Italians live in the United States, but Italy is another country. That to me stands for a sign that we are going to have otherworldly beings integrated with us in order to accomplish this transition. The other thing that came out was female. So there's going to be a female that plays a major role in this, and counseling. This female may be, when you think of a counselor, you think of someone who's understanding, helpful, informative, right? This could be one of those attributes about this female that is going to be helping with this transition. We have protection activated, safety, boundaries, guardian presence. You are shielded from what you can't see. So, for instance, my team got mad at me a couple days ago because I wasn't taking my time to speak, and I mentioned something that was ahead of the information I was supposed to put out, and it caused a problem, and I got reamed for it. I was then told that protection would increase so that I would be stopped before anything came out my mouth again. that was not supposed to. I was also directed to speak slower in order for my brain to catch up with my body, or my body to catch up with my brain. So what this is letting me know, or letting you know, when it's talking about safety, boundary, and guardian presence, your team is not only to help you retrieve this information as far as downloads, but they're also supposed to help you understand what information is for you only and what is supposed to be shared with the collective. Some things on your journey are not to be shared until after you accomplish it, and some things on your journey are far too advanced for other people to comprehend. We have the rebirth, so you could be going through a rebirth right now. The transformation of shedding your skin and getting into the new version of you says you're not losing who you are, you're just shedding what has died. Now forces are here to free what is meant to survive. It's an upgrade. You don't have to think of it as a death. There's a shift with this rebirth. So as you upgrade, obviously your environment and your life is going to shift as well. When this happens, you have to surrender. You cannot fight against it. Otherwise, not only will your upgrade take longer, but your shift will be more intense, and they're already uncomfortable to go through. They make your body tired. Sometimes you get headaches, you get dizzy, and then it can be scary not knowing why certain things are being removed from your life. So you're just best to go along with the ride. Don't fight against it. With this shift, you're going to have a perspective shift. So you're going to see yourself starting to understand things in a broader perspective. New things that you may not have really thought about or talked about before. And you'll get this insight whether it comes through an urge to look it up or you just know. The next one is the scale. There is going to be truths revealed to you. There's going to be balance made for the things that were not made right on your behalf. Those who did you wrong are going to receive their karma. And then integrity is going to be a part of your upgrade. So you may have integrity now. You will see that integrity become stronger. It says truth doesn't need to be loud. It stands on its own. Your path balances when you stop carrying what is yours. It's important for you to be truthful in all situations. One, not just for yourself to stay authentic and real, but two, you can't really progress or grow with the people around you if you're not being honest with the situation. This one is somebody is getting their rebirth into the empress role. So This role is going to come in increments as opposed to the other stages that you go through before you hit the Empress. You're going to start out being integrated with the nurturing role. You're going to learn how to provide unconditional love in all circumstances, even ones that hurt you, as well as learn how to still nurture somebody, regardless of the emotion or feeling that you have towards them. It says you create worlds simply by existing, meaning the nurturer, you would be a producer, right? Create new life, or you stabilize and help somebody else grow so that they can create new life. It says what grows through you carries both your softness and your strength. If you're going through this upgrade with the Empress, it's not the it's second to the highest that you can get. So it's an important role. But it's not, like I said, you're not going to get everything at once like you would previous levels. This one, they want to make sure that you're getting this one right and down packed before you make it to the High Priestess. Alright, so with the Empress position, it's really important you take care of your body. So they said eat something nourishing for your gifts and your intuition. That's how you're going to get fuel to support those abilities to work. So it's not saying you have to turn vegan or anything or give up your sweets, but you do need to eat nourishing things throughout the day. Move your body. You need to go for a walk or stretch and rest a lot during your ascensions. Resting is super important because that is when you get your downloads. That is how you get your upgrade. Like how when you put a computer to sleep and then it does its update. That's what happens with you. You need to walk and stretch because it helps release the toxins that have built up from previous levels. It clears the mind, resets the mind, the emotions, so that you can take this upgrade without any issues, without being overwhelmed. It says your timeline is shifting, so you're gonna go you're gonna notice major noticeable things. So an experience that I can describe to you would be literally, I was friends with two coworkers. They were not that good of influences, but not only that, they unknowingly to me were in competition for my position. The first week of my upgrade into the Empress, those people just never showed back up at the job. You call their phone was off. You don't know what happened to them, literally. And one of them was married and had a child that went to school by the job. I mean, she had been there for 15 years. It made zero sense why she was gone. It'll be timeline shifts like that will happen, and they will be very noticeable and very just not normal behavior when they happen. And it is to put you on the path to your destiny, because at the time of your upgrade, these people could be in the way. Says your guides are actually being celebrated up in the spiritual realm right now. And that is because whatever you have done to get this upgrade was considered a victory and a huge progress to create the movement forward. So they're getting spiritual recognition while you get this upgrade. It says you've done something important and you and your team are celebrated. Even if you don't see it, you will feel bursts of excitement or good moods out of nowhere and at the weirdest times where nothing's really going on for you to feel like that. You also asked for clarity. You need to be ready because they're going to show you, and when they show you, you're going to need to act on it. So that tells me you asked for clarity on a situation that you've been going through. When you ask for clarity on a situation, on whether or not you're unsure if the situation is positive or negative, if the answer you find out does not support your role, your path, you're going to be expected to do something about that. And if you don't, they will, simply because it is now brought to your attention. And following that says release what does not belong to you. So that's going to go with you're going to be shown the truth. Whatever it is you ask for clarity on, they're confirming you need to release it. It doesn't belong to you. It's not working for you. You're going to have to just let it go. You need to cleanse your body after you let this go. Cleanse your emotions, because you don't want any residual energy from this situation still sitting with you, because it will act as a block, a barrier to hold you back. And you need that emotional freedom to keep climbing the ladder, especially since you're so close to the high priestess. Stuff like that can be really hard, especially if it is like a relationship, because and this could be a relationship like friendship, family, partners, because you build bonds with people and you get close to them. So when they don't grow with you, right? And then, of course, everyone has their own paths, so they have their own lessons they have to learn. They got things that they have to go through. So if you do have to let go of a person, try not to take it so hard or negatively because they don't know, they're not aware of the intensity of the stuff that you have to go through or what it is you have to do to work on yourself, because people don't see it. A lot of it's internal. A lot of it is with the mind, and because they're not doing it with you, they don't know. And like I said, they have their own paths and stuff like that, so you shouldn't get mad or be too angry about it. You need to just have some understanding for that and then let it go. And depending on the severity, you may not be able to really have them back in your life. Depends on how bad they try to hold you back or hold on to you. If it's things that create chaos or drama or emotional upset to veer you off um, your concentration for what you're doing. So, there's somebody around you that is bullying the situation, okay? They could, and when I say bullying, I don't mean like they're what would come to mind like a school bully, right? That's not what I mean, but in a sense, they're behind the scenes puppeteering the scenario, whether that is talking about you behind closed doors without you knowing, or using manipulation on you to get you to fold and do things their way. Spirit's letting you know that this has to do with their insecurities, okay? And Spirit wants you to bring that to the forefront and to tell them that the way that they act is due to their insecurities, and then leave it at that. Let them sit with it and figure out what they're going to do with that information. Religion. 7. I'm sorry, guys. My body is like, it's a little too much overload. So this person's insecurities could have to do with religion or beliefs, and it could have to do with something with them around the age of 7. Something could have happened to where they no longer believe in God or the spirit realm, or they could have been one of those kids that experienced sleep paralysis, and so they were geared more towards the darker end of things than they were the light. It says you can help them. God damn. Spirit wants you to help lead this person back to to the light. So this bullying aspect, this insecurity could be because they see what it is you're going through, how you are as a person. They're not sure if it's fake or if it's real. They could possibly be testing you to see if it's real, to see if you're going to fold and turn into something that they feel is what they've encountered the majority of their life with people you possibly have not folded yet. So Spirit wants you to bring this to the forefront. Let them know that you know they have insecurities. You need to figure out the religion aspect of it. I do not get a sense that they're a Satanist, nothing like that, but I do think that they may have more interactions with darker thoughts, darker emotions, unable to release emotions. Sleep paralysis, like I said. Shadow people, maybe. Hasn't really experienced the lighter side of intuition, I would say. This person might be a dark empath where they can feel emotions of people around them. But this person might be directed to play on those emotions for their self-gain instead of to actually help people. And this person could be extremely sensitive, where when they were younger, people's emotions used to really affect them, make them sad. Now this person might, from doing it for so long, might get off on making somebody hurt worse than what they feel, because they do feel so intensely. They don't understand. Okay, they can't break it down. They can't figure out why they feel that way. It says they're not planning with you. So, I don't know if that's Spirit letting me know that this isn't a partner, or Spirit is wanting me to let you know that even though you're together, this person is not really planning much in the future with you. And that's really hard because you're being asked to bring this person forward and show them a few things, show them some information, show them how to use some gifts, but then you don't get to really do anything after that with I don't know, that's a hard one to deal with. I could say, yeah, maybe I wasn't attached already, but I don't know. If you're attached to them, that's gotta be hard. Why? Hold on 1 second. Yay, body jump? You do it? Huh. Okay, I don't know if your partner is aware of this or not, but when your partner is having as spirit says, mechanical issues, uh this person, when they're experiencing that, is because prior to them trying to use their body, somebody, another spirit or entity had just hopped out of them. When body jumping happens, the person in the body doesn't know that it's happening to them. They have no sense of it. This could be happening when they're asleep, maybe. Maybe this person doesn't like to sleep because of that. I don't know. Uh, there's some form of body jumping happening here, though. Um, and so Spirit is saying that because the body jumping is happening, that is why the person is not planning to move forward with you, is because there's been something jumping in and out of them for a while now. And if this person doesn't make the choice to drink the water that you're going to lead them to, um, this entity is planning on taking over full time. If that entity takes over full time, Spirit's going to remove them. So you can't plan with them anyways. God damn. Sorry, the messages just keep coinciding. It's crazy. It says if they are sneaky and always lying, the divine does not want you to lower your energy to their level. Don't give them any ammo to shoot back with. So again, excuse me, this entity that is body jumping into them, whether they're aware of it or not, they may be now, depending on how long it's been happening. If it's just started, they're not aware. This person is being sneaky. Okay, they possibly do know it's happening. They're possibly allowing it to happen. Divine will remove them, and he'll do it so that you don't have to, in order for you to stay safe. This person has an issue with trust, and they have a portion of their personality that gets hateful towards people. But somebody could be from Oklahoma, or somebody is coming to you from Oklahoma. Something has to do with this person, you, and this entity in Oklahoma. Spirit also wants to let you know that you've possibly been having trouble putting things together, completing things throughout your day. And it's because you have not been able to get up and organize your home so that your mind can think and feel comfortable. This doesn't have to be a physical home. This could be your body. Go for a walk. And Divine Spirit is ending it with, it's now time for you to change your perspective. You're about to be given a whole new outlook on life. People are going to be removed again. I'm reiterating that so many times because you really have to prep yourself for that one, because that one hurts when every time it doesn't matter. That one hurts. I'm going to pull off of one more deck, and then Spirit's closing this one out. Nauseous. Thank you. Oh. One or two. Um. One second, you guys. I gotta pull out another deck. The channeling came in super strong on this read. I don't know why, but I just got sick and they pulled back. Couldn't stop burping. It was making my head hurt too. I'm not taking that many. 3. 3. Okay. Okay, so pulled on the dragon cards. We have the first one is the evaluator, then we have brave, and then the fire bearer. So the first one is 44, then it goes to 28, um, and then we have down to 19. So to me, if I was to look at that, because it's descending in numbers, right? I would look at it as like this is actually your team. You would be the fire bearer. And then you've got the brave and the evaluator behind you that are training you right now. So with the evaluator, you you possibly at the end of this you could be one of the 144, whatever you want to call it, because the 44 came out and it's the evaluator, which means you're going to be one that helps analyze skills and refines them at the end of it. So it says, don't measure how valuable you are by the way you're treated. You didn't sign up to be easily understood or constantly approved of. You're a unique and complex individual requiring love and understanding. See, I was just talking about the love and understanding. Says, when your path starts to feel daunting or overwhelming, remember you came here to help heal the planet. You're rewriting life's story, healing your ancestors, unlearning the stifling rules and suffering and selflessness. You also are giving the dragon energy a whole new place in this world by learning to roar and to fly. Your value is non-negotiable, as unique as any dragon scale and twice as shiny. The next one is brave. This is the brave among us understand the need to occupy the edges of things away from comfort and security. So you may have to isolate to process what you're going through and what you're being taught away from other people's energy so that you can start to determine what's yours and what's theirs. Um, it says to make yourself comfortable in the uncomfortable. When we take that risk, we learn to trust our boldness and we get expansive views and an original perspective not possible from the center of the village inside confines of a familiar life. So you do need to take yourself away from everyone else's energy because it will drain you. And if you're drained, you can't properly pick up on your channeling, your intuition, or what other gifts you've been given. I don't know. The fire bear. What is half of 28? 19? 44, 28, 19. So all of these are halves. Like, to me, that would be you're growing at a fast rate then. It says fire is your friend right now. Whether you need a spark of inspiration, a flame of determination, or the blaze of anger, or the fire transformation, this moment is about what needs to burn. Do not be afraid to let yourself embody your own passion. Let yourself be ignited. Heat is necessary for the alchemy of the soul. Now it's time for you to let the fire have its way with you and your present circumstances. You're going to be leaving everything behind. Everything in your environment it's no good. It's done. Change is on the horizon, and any dragon knows fire is the companion of change. So you're going to start prepping yourself for that one, because that one's a hard one. Now the cards that they asked me to pull to go with those. The first one says, don't let all the pain you felt from the last relationship that led to celibacy repeat itself. So cheating or trust issues, whatever. It says, what you or them keep arguing about, it's not worth it anymore. Spare your energy. And then money shortage is coming in for them. Past problems are coming to the forefront for them. Remember why you loved them in the first place. Keep the love there when it's time to go. So don't be angry. Don't be mad. It just is what it is. All right, you guys. Don't forget, you do, though, before you just call it quits, you do have to show them to that water. It's up to them at that point if they're going to drink it. And possibly explore the idea of whether or not they're aware they're being body jumped or sleep paralysis. Similar situation. Somebody's astral projecting, though. And if you have any questions or want a more defined personal reading, you can contact me. My email will be in the description, and I can get that over to you. Other than that, you have a great rest of your day.